sweet family, welcome. Welcome to Sweet Annie's Life. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. My name is Annie. I deal with faith, here, a little bit of here, a little bit of skin, testimonies, tea talk with Annie, in the kitchen with Annie. What I like to call my channel is a melting pot of stuff, because I like doing these things and I wanted to share them with you. So today we are going to have a segment of In the Kitchen with Annie, and we are going to be looking at our Bajan Saturday morning traditional dish, and that is pudding and sauce. And in the beginning I was just going to do the sauce for you, because I was just going to boil the potatoes and eat the potatoes with the sauce. But I decided to just make the pudding, so I bring you all in the kitchen with me. So I hope that you enjoy this recipe. I have my pork on boiling. I start anything here, let me give you a little history. You know Annie. Annie loves a backstory, and that is what I'm known for, backstories. So, but let me give you a little history. The pudding and sauce, well, actually the sauce came about from slave time. This is what my grandmother had told me. She said that, you know, the slaves, when the rich people, as we call them, throw the scraps and all those different things away, the slaves would pick them up and make a dish with them. So that is how sauce came about. I really don't know how pudding came about. I guess that is just something that we do in the Caribbean. But the sauce came about from that time. Remember, as a little girl, my grandmother, she used to make pudding and sauce on Saturday mornings and sell. And you couldn't run through the house, you couldn't do anything, because she would make it in the pig belly and all of that. And if you ran and you keep too much noise, so they say, the pudding would burst. But today we just make it sweet potato by itself, basically. So I am going to show you all now how I do those things. I also started making pudding and sauce on Saturday mornings for my bar, and that was a big seller on Saturday morning. So I am going to go through my ingredients with you. This is my potatoes, and I'm using these kind of potatoes because these are the kind of potatoes we use at home. The yellow potatoes are not as sweet as these to me, so I'm using the white potatoes. This is some sugar. This is my eschalots. This is some parsley. I'm just going to put in a little bit of this. So this is my peppers, because some of the ingredients I have here is for my pickle. So I will come back and I will show you how to do the pickle. But we are going to go through the pudding right now. I have, and this is just some distilled water, because the water helps it to grate a bit. And I'm going to put this with some of the other things as well. All right, put some potatoes in. And then I will put some of the eschalots, some of the peppers. Well, I'm not even sure if I told you I had peppers. I don't want to put too much. And I'm going to put some of the onions. And these are the things that I'm going to mix with my sweet potatoes. But I would add my sugar, my salt, my cinnamon, and all those other things after. My sweet potato is all grated up in my mixer. It's all done, and it is 4 cups of sweet potato, and this is 2 cups of sugar. I put some in already, and I'm just putting the rest in. 2 cups of sugar. It has, though, this has the eschalots and the onion and all of that in. So I'm going to just put a little salt to taste. That is a teaspoon full of salt, because one thing my grand used to say, as I told y'all before, you can put in, but you can't take out. This is some cinnamon. I am putting in here as well. And this is going to be my butter. My butter that I am going to take. You can melt it if you want, but it is quite soft. And this is just a 1/2 cup of butter. Now, we are not going to leave it this color, because what the older generation used to do, let me just move these things from here. What the older generation used to do when they made it in the belly, they used to use blood, pig blood or something like that, to give it the color. And it either used to be white pudding or black pudding. You could get it without or with. But today, what I'm going to be putting in is a little bit of molasses and some coloring. And molasses just gives it that extra nice flavor. And I found some coloring for the first time up here where I am. And I'm not going to use too much, because I just want to give it a little color. So I'm going to just use my spoon. All right, so we are just putting it that to give it a little color. And then we are going to put it in the oven to bake. I have the oven at 375, so we are going to put it in the oven to bake for about, I don't know, till it's done, probably an hour. It's in the pan. So the only thing that needs to happen now is that this is going to be placed in the oven. I am going to just put some foil on top and then put it in the oven and let it steam for about an hour, or maybe an hour and 15 minutes, but we'll check it and see what happens. Okay, sweet family, we are gonna do our sauce now. And if I went along too fast for you with the pudding, not to worry. I am going to list the ingredients and everything in the description box. Just put this is our cucumbers. So we'll just put the cucumbers, do the same thing, put the cucumbers in the food processor to just mix up. And then we're going to put that in the pan. And then we'll go to the other side and mix it, okay? So I just put some onion with it, just like I did the sweet potato. And that you try this with your family, and you will see that you will enjoy it. This is the old-fashioned way. This is not any different additives to it. Basically finish. So the next things that we are going to do, it just has some onion in there. We are going to put in our parsley. You can put in how much parsley you want. You could use cilantro if you love cilantro better. But because we use parsley in Barbados, that's what I am using. Then I'm going to put in my peppers. My hot pepper. I'm going to just squeeze my lemons in this cup to catch any seeds, which one just fell. You can use limes if you want to as well. But I always have lemons at home because I use them for my juices and different things like that. So I didn't have any lime, so I used lemon. But in the original recipe, they use lime juice. I would not suggest to use the bottle lime or lemon juice because that is not going to be the same. That's all I'm going to say about that one. It's not going to give you the same flavor. It's not going to be the same. So I have an ounce, or is that 2 ounces? Anyway, I have some lemon juice here, so we'll put it into taste. And as you can see, the cucumber, it spouts its own water, so you don't have to put any additional water in it. And then we are going to put some salt, which I am going to start off with a teaspoon of salt. All right, so our parsley is in, our salt is in, our lemon is in. I don't know, you could put in whatever else you want. If you wanted some garlic, you can put in garlic. It's just that I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, and we don't put in garlic. So just let me have a taste. Enough lemon, but not enough salt. All right, remove these. Our pickle is finished, and doesn't that look beautiful? And our peppers I normally use would be red peppers, so the red and the green and everything in there. I think these peppers aren't hot at all, so because I couldn't even taste anything. So our pickle is, I allowed my pork to just cool off a bit, and what I'm going to do is cut it in some cubes. It's nice and cool. And I will be right back because we're just going to be cutting up our pork now to add it to our pickle. Welcome back. So our pudding sauce is all done and I have them here for you. So what I'm going to do now is do a taste test. So I have 2 forks here. So one, this is my pudding. I'm going to taste it. My daughter is really going to like it. She said it was too spicy the last time. So I hope it's not too spicy again today. But this is my sauce. Everything is great. So I want to thank you for joining me. And if you like this recipes, it would be a pleasure if you would give me a like, a share, and subscribe. Send me a comment. Just let me know what you thought, because this is In the Kitchen with Annie. So once again, spread the love and let your light shine. Blessings to you.